Good day, everyone. This is Teacher Cherry. In this video, we will learn about angle of elevation and angle of depression. We will illustrate angle of elevation and angle of depression. We will distinguish between angle of elevation and angle of depression, and we will solve problems involving angles of elevation and depression. Okay, let's start. Before tayo mag-proceed sa angle of elevation and angle of depression, let us have first the definition of elevate and depress. For angle of elevation, lagi nating tatandaan yung word na elevate. Pag sinabing elevate, it means that intransitive verb, this is to lift up or make higher or to raise in rank or status. Sa intransitive verb naman, ang elevate, ang meaning niya is to become elevated. So, ang tatandaan nyo lang dito ay yung papunta siya sa taas. Sa angle of depression naman, ang tatandaan natin is the word na depress. So, this is a verb. Ang meaning niya is to press down or to cause to sink to a lower position. Kung ang elevate papunta sa taas, ang depress naman ay feeling down or pababa. Ayan. So, pwede na tayong mag-proceed sa angle of elevation and angle of depression. Okay, so I have here a figure. So, meron tayong tao, meron tayong eroplano, at meron tayong aso. So, yung man ay meron siyang tinitignan na object dito. So, for example, nakita niyo yung crush niya. So, that is our object. And then, kung mapapansin niyo, meron tayo ditong line, horizontal line. So, tatawagin natin itong horizontal. And then, kapag tinignan ng tao, yung eroplano, meron tayo ditong imaginary line of sight. So, tatawagin natin itong line of sight. And then, meron tayong mabubuong angle. So, yung angle from horizontal to the line of sight ng observer sa object above, ito ay tinatawag natin na angle of elevation. Ano naman yung tawag kapag nakatingin sa baba yung tao? Yung angle na nabuo from horizontal, and then meron din tayong ditong imaginary line of sight. Okay, so ang tawag sa angle na nabuo from the horizontal line to the line of sight ng observer to the object below, ang tawag naman sa kanya ay angle of depression. Ulitin natin. Itong tao, meron siyang tinitignan na object dito sa katapat ng kanyang eye level. Ang tawag ay horizontal. Yung imaginary line na habang tinitignan yung object sa taas, ang tawag ay line of sight. Ang tawag sa angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight above ng observer, ang tawag ay angle of elevation. Kapag naman meron tayong eye level plus imaginary line of sight na nakatingin sa baba, yung angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object below, ang tawag ay angle of depression. Okay, so let's have the formal definition. Mayroon tayong tinatawag na line of sight. Line of sight, it is an imaginary line that connects the eye of an observer to the object being observed. So, kung angle of elevation, nakatingin sa taas, so papunta sa taas yung kanyang line of sight. Kapag angle of depression, papunta naman sa baba yung kanyang line of sight. Another, we have the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is the angle from the horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object above. So, yung angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight of the observer, above the object. So, ang clue natin is above. Nakatingin sa taas yung observer. Meanwhile, ano naman ang angle of depression? Angle of depression, it is the angle from the horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object below. So, nasa baba naman yung object. Yung angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight ng observer sa object na nasa ibaba, ang tawag is angle of depression. Okay, so ulitin natin. Ito yung ating tao, meron siyang horizontal. Ito yung kanyang line of sight above. Ito naman yung line of sight below. Yung angle na nabuo ng horizontal, from horizontal to the line of sight above, ang tawag is angle of elevation. Kapag naman yung angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object below, ang tawag is angle of depression. Let us have an activity. Ang title is Who Am I? We will identify whether angle A is an angle of elevation or an angle of depression. Let us have the first one. So, andito yung angle A natin. So, andito yung observer, tinitignan niya yung sun. Okay, so nakatingin siya sa above. So, this is an angle of elevation. Tama. Let's have the second example. Our second example, so we have here airplane at saka house. Yung observer ay nandito sa airplane. So, nasa taas siya. Tinitignan niya yung bottom ng house. So, this is an angle of depression. Nakatingin siya sa below. Yung angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object below ay tinatawag natin na angle of depression. Let's have the third example. Okay, so meron naman tayong ditong car at saka building. Yung tao ay nandito sa taas ng building, nasa rooftop. So, tinitignan niya yung car. So, ito yung kanyang horizontal, ito yung line of sight. Yung angle na nabuo ay tinatawag natin na angle of depression. Tama. Let us have the fourth example. Identify whether angle A is an angle of elevation. So, meron tayong dalawang given na angle. Angle A and angle B. Ang tinatanong is angle A. So, andito si ma'am. Ito yung kanyang eye level. Pag tinignan niya yung top ng flagpole, yung angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object above ay tinatawag natin na angle of elevation. Tama. Okay, kung ang angle B naman ang tinatanong, ito yung line of sight, ito yung horizontal rather, ito yung line of sight. Tinitingnan niya yung bottom ng flagpole. Ang angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight ay tinatawag na angle of depression. So, since angle A ang tinatawag, ang answer natin is angle of elevation. For our last example, so we have here man. Meron siyang tinitignan na ibon sa taas. This is the horizontal. This is the line of sight. Yung angle na nabuo from horizontal to the line of sight above ng observer ay tinatawag natin na angle of elevation. Very good. Ayan. So, ngayon naman dumako tayo sa problem solving. So, number 1 example. A tower is 15.24 meters high. At a certain distance away from the tower, an observer determines that the angle of elevation to the top of it is 41 degrees. How far is the observer from the base of the tower? So, meron tayong given na tower and then meron tayong observer. Okay, so kung isusulat natin or i-illustrate natin, ganito ang magiging drawing natin. So, this is the tower Ang height niya is 15.24. Nandito yung ating observer. So, an observer determines that the angle of elevation to the top of it is 41 degrees. So, since nandito ang observer, nandito yung ating 41 degrees. So, kung idodrawing natin as right triangle, ganito ang magiging itsura niya. This is the height of the tower, 15.24. This is our theta or angle, 41 degrees, angle of elevation. Ang hinahanap is, how far is the observer from the base of the tower? Gaano kalayo yung observer mula dito sa base ng tower? So, i-let x natin yung ating unknown. For our solution, hahanapin natin sa SOHCAHTOA kung ano ang gagamitin nating function. So, this is our theta. Meron tayong opposite at saka adjacent. So, anong function ang gagamitin natin? Pili tayo sa SOHCAHTOA, yung merong opposite at saka adjacent. So, maliwanag na TOA. TOA means opposite over adjacent. So, tangent theta ang ating gagamitin. So, we have tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent. Then, substitute natin yung theta ng 41 degrees, magiging tangent 41 degrees. Substitute natin ano yung opposite at saka adjacent. With respect to theta, 41 degrees, ang opposite rather, is 15.24. Ang adjacent is x. Therefore, we have 15.24 over x. And then, we will cross multiply. Tangent 41 degrees times x is equal to x times tangent 41 degrees. Equals, ang maiwan na lang is 15.24. Okay, so isolate natin yung x, i-divide natin both sides by tangent 41 degrees. So, x times tangent 41 degrees over tangent 41 degrees equals 15.24 over tangent 41 degrees. Makakancel ngayon dito, ang tangent 41 degrees, ang may iwan is x. X equals 15.24 divided by tangent 41. So, gagamit tayo dito ng calculator. So, i-enter lang natin 15.24 divided by tangent 41. Ang lalabas na answer is 17.53 meters. So, 17.53 meters yung distance ng observer mula sa base of the tower. Let us have another example. Number 2 example. An airplane is flying at a height of 4 kilometers above the ground. The distance along the ground from the airplane to the airport is 6 kilometers. What is the angle of depression from the airplane to the airport? So, i-illustrate natin yung problem. Meron tayong airplane at meron tayong observer. Okay, so this is the airplane and this is the airport. So, yung distance or yung height ng airplane is 4 kilometers. Yung distance naman along the ground from the airplane to the airport is 6 kilometers. Ang tinatanong, what is the angle of depression? So, ano yung angle of depression again? Yung angle of depression is the angle from the horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object below. So, yung observer natin nandoon sa airplane. So, this is nandito yung ating observer. Okay, kung idodrawing natin as right triangle, so meron na tayo ditong path of plane. So, ito yung horizontal. Ito yung line of sight. Nandito yung ating angle of depression. Okay, so pili ulit tayo sa ating SOHCAHTOA kung alin doon ang gagamitin natin. So, since ito ay ating line of sight, this is parallel. So, meron tayo ditong magiging alternate interior angle. So, ito yung ating alpha, magiging equal din dito yung ating alpha. So, meron tayong opposite at saka adjacent. Ang gagamitin pa rin natin is tangent function, yung TOA. So, tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, so ang hinahanap is yung angle of depression, yung theta ang ating hahanapin. Okay, so substitute tangent theta equals, ang opposite is 4, ang adjacent is 6, equals 4 over 6. And then, kukunin natin yung value ng 4 over 6. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng calculator. Tangent theta equals 0.6667. So, ni-round up lang natin. And then, kukunin natin yung inverse ng tangent para makuha yung theta. Okay, so theta equals the inverse of tangent times 0.66667. So, sa calculator, ang pipindutin natin is yung shift plus yung tangent para lumabas itong inverse. So, pag in-enter natin sa calculator, ang lalabas is 33.69 degrees. Ito yung angle of depression from the airplane to the airport. Ayan. So, ganun mag-solve ng problem with regards to angle of depression and angle of elevation. Okay, that's the end of our tutorial. Before I end this video, I would like to share a simple quotation. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. This is from Zig Ziglar. Thank you so much. Keep safe and have a great day. Bye-bye.